Our forces have been operating in the Sulu Sea for a couple of days now, and effective immediately we have been ordered to break off exercises and head towards the Balabak Strait at best speed. At this time, a de facto state of war exists with the Philippine forces. Last recon overflight showed Filipino surface forces attempting to close the strait. Intelligence believes airstrikes by Filipino forces are also probable as we close in on the strait. A United States surface task group was sighted last night near the Palawan Passage. The Americans are not supporting their Filipino allies at this time, but it is imperative that they are not engaged. All contacts must be positively identified before attacking. At present, the South Seas Fleet is scrambling to assist, but the reality is the Sulu Sea Scouting Force is on its own. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to Sea Power, Naval Combat in the Missile Age. Today we are playing the Escape from the Sulu Sea mission, and of course we are playing as the PLAN. A state of war currently exists between the Philippines and China. We are tasked with getting this little task force into the South China Sea. The Filipino Navy, of course, has something to say about that though, and it's not going to make it incredibly easy for us. We have 3 vessels at our disposal. The most capable vessel here is Huangxi. She is a Jinghu 3 class frigate, and she is carrying 8 of these YJ-8 Sardine anti-ship missiles. These are pretty similar to the Exocet anti-ship missiles, so they have a pretty good range and are quite fast. Rather capable missiles, all things considered. In the lead, we have XIII, and she has 4 of these SY-1 anti-ship missiles, similar to the Styx anti-ship missile. And then we have Yingtan down to the south of the formation. And this is really our air defense frigate. She does have 24 HQ 6-1 surface-to-air missiles. And these have a pretty good range. And these are absolutely going to be necessary, I think. None of our other vessels in the formation have anti-ship, or excuse me, have surface-to-air missiles like this. The gun armaments are pretty much the same though. Yingtan here is utilizing her radars at the moment, mostly because she does have those surface-to-air missiles. The briefing did report that aircraft could come in from the north and the south. We already have a handful of radar contacts. We've requested some of these guys to identify themselves. We do have this merchant down here. We have radar contacts moving 12 knots. Let's see, would you like to ID yourself? Not responding. Got it. And then we have a visual contact medium. Track 7002 is not responding. Well, we are going to continue to push ahead. We are picking up radar emissions way back here. Identify yourself. Can't communicate with that track. Okay, we've identified one of these vessels as hostile. It is a Barnegat. Should we just fire one of our SY-1 missiles at them? I think we might end up doing that. I do want to try to hang on to a lot of our anti-ship missiles, but this vessel having 6 anti-ship missiles, that is a good amount. Okay, we'll hold fire. We'll continue to close just a little bit. We need to reach this area to escape. I'm going to try to conserve some of my ammunition, but the Barnegat is a pretty big threat with that big 5-inch gun on the bow. You may also notice that the crew is speaking Chinese. There is a mod on the Steam Workshop that adds Chinese voices, so I went ahead and enabled it for this mission. I do hope one day we get official capability for different voices in the game. I would like to see a lot of these nations represented, both in ships and in voice acting. Anyway, we have an MD-500 helo closing in. Oh, we know what to do. Yingtan, one single. Okay. Belay that. Keep just heading this way. SAMs are out of range at the moment due to the helo's low altitude. We'll stay in formation. We'll blast it here momentarily. Okay. Almost in range. Okay. There's your order to fire. One single HQ 6-1 surface-to-air missile. You can see it. It's on the rails. There we go. One away. All right. Come on, hopefully we just blast this thing out of the sky immediately. Or it gets close enough, and that missile missed. Okay. All right, down to 22. Fire another one. There we go. We do not want this thing to get close when it probably has toes or something on its pylons. A second one missed. All right. How many surface-to-air missiles does it take to shoot down a helicopter? We are going to find out here. This thing's getting a little too darn close. Air search, surface search on. Start blasting it. Come on. Got him. There we go. See you later. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's pretty cool to see, actually. The helo falling down right in front of us in flames. Okay, another radar contact, medium visual contact. Okay, have all of our radars on. Flip them all on. This Barneget's moving at 13 knots. The other contact's moving at 13 knots, both on a course of 106 degrees. I'm going to go with they are probably hostile. Okay, they just did it for me. They've identified them. 2 Barneget class frigates. Jeez, these Exocet missiles, or YJ-8 sardines, I should say, have quite an impressive range. Let's check. Okay. The SY-1 has a less impressive range. We are going to fire those at these Barnegets. We are going to swing to port and rip off 2 of these anti-ship missiles. One anti-ship missile is away, heading towards the Barneget. I'm going to fire another one at the second one. We are also firing surface-to-air missiles at this incoming helo. We have another hostile helo. We're going to just quickly ID that. There are Americans operating in the area. We want to avoid shooting them down, but I'm really not going to play around with aircraft. Okay, 1 missile, 1 helo that time. That was nice. Fire another surface-to-air missile at that MD-500 closing in. Okay, let's take a look at this SY-1 anti-ship missile. 5-inch guns are opening fire. We're going to try to hit it. It is rapidly approaching, though. Okay, both 5-inch guns are engaging. Look at that. There's a big tanker way out there in the distance. If the anti-ship missiles miss the Barnegets, that tanker may eat one. It is a very juicy radar signature. Okay, come on. Looking good. No chaff. I don't think they even have chaff. There we go. Got him. Impact. Big explosion. Knocked out that 5-inch gun. Massive fire is broken out of midships as well. You can see the other Barneget is firing at our anti-ship missile. There it is. Racing across. There's a little fishing smack. Getting one heck of a show. Anti-ship missile is continuing to close in. Has not been shot. It's going to hit. Impact. There we go. Massive explosion. Fires have broken out. Those 2 little guys are done for. No doubt about it. Okay. This MD-500 is a little close, isn't it? I was getting my cinematic shots, and he decided to take advantage of that. Well, we can't have that. Come on. Get it. Impact. There we go. Target destroyed. Fantastic. Okay, why are you stationary? Let's go. Let's get moving. All head full. Probably because you fired off those anti-ship missiles. Yeah, these guys are not looking good. Not looking good at all. Anyone else want to talk to me? Identify yourself. I figured if the Americans are operating in the area, they would comply. And we have another visual here. Okay. So far, we're off to a good start. 3 helicopters shot down. 2 frigates hit. Got a big old hole blasted in the side. Jeez, look at that. Hopefully they succumb to fires and flooding after those anti-ship missile hits. One of the Barnegats is confirmed going down. So one of them is sinking after a single anti-ship missile hit. I'm gonna presume the other one will as well. If not, we do have those 100mm guns that can absolutely finish them off. Taking a look at the map, we have an unknown radar contact closing in on our formation. Oh boy, and we have two from the south. Okay, also the other Barnegat confirmed sinking. Good. I am not liking this situation. On the deck, 600 knots. These guys are a little higher. Okay, hostile. Weapons free. Engage them whenever they get close enough. Let's take a look. SAM range. Yeah, pretty limited. I have more radar contacts over here. I have this guy. This guy's at Angels 35. Way up there. That contact could be AWACS, I suppose. It could also just be an airliner. I don't know if they get close enough, we'll shoot them down, but not much I can do about it right now. Guns have started to open fire on the single incoming radar contact. SAM's in range. They're in range now. Send it. Fire one. Fire one. Fire two. Send a second one at them. Okay, we are down to 16 surface-to-air missiles. Jeez, we used a lot on those freaking helicopters. There we go. Come on, MiG-27. Hello, got him. Okay, concerning. Hopefully it didn't fire anything itself. Okay, parachuting down. Got him. Good. These guys, Angels 3, they're hostile. Not even going to mess around with it. We have an adjunct right in front of us. Oh, this was a little fishing boat, but it's a minesweeper. 100mm guns, are they in range? They're in range of these LSM-1s too. We'll continue. We'll get a little bit closer. All that guy has is like an Orhun on the bow. If that, what is that, a 50 cal? No, that looks like an Orhun. So, if that's all they have, we are going to just close in. Not too concerned about it at the moment. It's a radar contact. You guys want to ID yourself? You want to talk? Agrees to comply. It is an airliner. Hello. Australian. Okay. Noise. 15 knots. Excuse me? I'll stop. I'll stop. Active sonar. Return small. 16 knots. It's changing course. I was not. Moving 16 knots. What's its depth? 200 feet. It could be an American submarine. Move slow. All ahead 1/3. Track that. 17, 16 knots. A really tight circle. It could also be a whale. ASW and border. I'm gonna hold fire. If it was a hostile sub, it probably would have torpedoed us already. It is maintaining speed though. Active. 16 knots. How far away is it from the other vessel? 0.8 nautical miles. Changing course again. I think this is a whale. I really do. It is acting very strange. Look at that back there. I think that's our whale friend. I'm just going to go look at that. That absolutely is our whale friend. Look at him. Hello. Sorry for that active sonar, buddy. We did turn it off. Okay, but we have, you know, we have enemy aircraft closing in. One was just shot down. Nice work. Okay, fire Sam at the second one. I'll mess around with that. Okay, guns are engaging. Where is that MiG? I don't even see him. Did we just hit him? Yep, we did. It's going down. Nice work. Nice work. We have this adjunct right in front of us. We have two SY-1 anti-ship missiles. I can just fire these at these LSM-1s. These are just little landing craft. We could just begin engaging with guns, I suppose. We have a very large radar contact. ID yourself. Agrees to comply. Merchant ship. Good. Smart move. Okay, begin engaging this adjunct. Begin engaging them with everything we got. 100mm guns. You as well. Begin firing. Destroy that. Airliner is going to be flying right over the combat area. Quite a cloudy day, so I don't think the passengers are going to be seeing too much. The little adjunct has been hit, and she is slowing down and burning. We will engage her here momentarily. We have two more aircraft closing in. ID them. Hostile. Weapons free. Engage those aircraft as soon as they get close enough. Jatan. Fire. Do I just want to fire at these LSM-1s and clear the way? We can just hit them with guns. Probably best to save the anti-ship missiles for a more serious threat, right? Fire at this guy. We do have 8 of these Sardine anti-ship missiles, which we could utilize. But we'll engage with guns for the time being. Aircraft closing in. I'm assuming more MiGs. They're on the deck, going 610 knots. Surface-to-air missiles. Yeah, get ready to engage. Target's too far, but they're not going to be for too much longer. I see the ships out in the distance engaging with their guns. Firing at this LSM-1. Hey, you can see the cargo in the back there. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Honestly, we could probably just sail right past these guys. I'm not sure they're too keen on really getting in a proper engagement with us. Because our objective is to reach the escape area. Okay. Ying Tan. Fire. Weapons free. Let them have it. There we go. Guns are engaging. Nice. 2 MiG-21 fighters. Got one. Missed the second one. Firing. What are these guys carrying? It's a couple of bombs underneath the wings. I do not like this. Shoot this thing down. Good. Good, good, good. Got a little close for comfort. Hopefully it doesn't crash into our ship. It doesn't look like it will. Okay. With the air threat eliminated, we are going to continue to break through. One of our vessels is getting nice and close to that adjunct. 37mm guns are almost in range. Those are going to be devastating. Okay, let's begin engaging that LSM-1 again. Engage the landing ship. We're quite a bit closer. 37mm guns are not in range, unfortunately. We're also picking up a couple more radar missions over here. ID yourself. Not responding. It's moving 22 knots towards us. ID yourself. Not responding. Okay. The landing ship out there is just getting absolutely hammered. Okay, 37mm guns, you're in range. Open fire on this guy. Engage. These 37mm guns are just absolutely ripping that little adjunct apart, unfortunately for her. This LSM-1 is not looking too great either. Oh my gosh. I think she's done for. Yeah, I mean, it's just absolute Swiss cheese there. Okay, hold fire, hold fire. Mortars aren't in range. Could definitely use those to finish her off. Let's begin engaging this other landing ship out here. And we are going to continue to engage the first one with guns. It looks like they've actually extinguished one of the fire. Maybe not. Here we go. Guns are reloaded, so we're back to getting hits. This target is just dead in the water. She has absolutely seen better days, that's for sure. You can see some charring building up there. There we go. Big explosion. She is going down. Okay. Next target. Engage the second landing ship. Adjunct probably going to sink here momentarily. This little fishing boat is getting one hell of a show. Yeah, I'd turn around, frankly. It's kind of a dangerous area to be in, wouldn't you think? Experimental submarine Yuanzing 351 is on training cruise near Spratly Islands, has just reported in, and is now ready to assist. The Wuhan-class submarine is holding station southwest of the Balabac Strait and is equipped with 6 YJ-8 missiles. The submarine is considered a critical defense asset, and its survival is required. We have just been given command of a Wuhan-class submarine. The submarine has 6 YJ-8 Sardine anti-ship missiles. Those are the same ones that Guangxi here has. They are similar to the XIII. And she is operating down here to the south. Let's have her come up to periscope depth here. Silent running, of course. We are going to stay nice and slow here. We want to avoid being detected by anything up in the area. This submarine must stay operational. We cannot lose this asset according to the brief. Landing ship not looking good, burning. We are holding fire. We are going to continue to move ahead. If anything, I would like our forces. Let's change our formation. Edit formation here. Let's get back to your appropriate stations there. We are picking up noise right in front of our sub. Is it in torpedo range? It is. Whatever the heck this is. 4.4 knots, probably a merchant ship. Okay, bad news potentially. We just got a radar echo, medium contact. Let's go info. Jeez, could be anything. Probably might be a gearing. If I had to guess. The problem I'm having with this one, our anti-ship missiles, we're going to get a little close to that merchant ship. We're not going to fire them yet. We also picked up noise way up here, 13 knots. Mark that position. Okay, we have more contacts, another visual contact here. We have lots of anti-ship missiles to use. We didn't expend any of them, really. Well, just 2 of them against these Barnegats. So, we have a whole lot available to continue to punch on through. Another Barnegat has been detected. Okay. Okay, we can deal with that. We can absolutely deal with that. I was kind of thinking it'd be something a little more serious. Submarine has reached periscope depth. Raise the ESM mast. Look at that bad boy go up. Any radar? Okay. Spruance. Okay, the Americans are here. Raise the periscope. Okay, interesting. Got to avoid hitting those American vessels. Krivac 2 identified as hostile. Lower those. I guess we're still at war with the Soviets in this scenario. Okay, got it. Torpedoes. A little far. What's her speed? 12.8 knots. Tricky. Okay, go deep. Go deep. We'll try to engage that Krivac with our surface assets here. She is far too close to really do much. And I do believe we have to surface to actually fire these Sardine anti-ship missiles. Yep, the Wuhan class must surface to fire its missile armament, but does not need to remain on the surface after firing, so that's good. There is at least that. Okay, lots of stuff we're dealing with. American Task Force right here. Just mark this. Times like this, I wish I could write. We have this northern contact way up here, moving 13 knots. Potentially could be something. Formations reforming. Let's start moving flank speed. Continue to punch through. Landing ship continuing to burn. The sun is setting. That looks magnificent. I do think she is going to sink. And if she doesn't, we damaged her. We'll engage with guns as we pass on by. 2 hostile vessels have been identified. 1 single aggressive and the Barnegat, of course. We are firing at this landing ship with our guns real quick. Let's continue. Get a few more hits as we pass on by. I don't think... Oh yeah, 37mm guns are in range. Yeah, open up with that. Let them have it. There we go. Okay, hit the track. It's not really burning up. Good stuff. There we go. Big explosion. Okay, keep moving forward. Fire 1 anti-ship missile at the Barnegat. We're going to use these SY-1 anti-ship missiles against these kinds of targets. We'll save the other anti-ship missiles for the Krivac. It's kind of scary that that's out here, I'm gonna be honest. Do I want to fire at the aggressive? We'll hold off. What's her armament? Bofors. Just another little minesweeper up here. Okay, let's see these anti-ship missiles swing into action. Hopefully soon. Looks like we'll be engaging that Krivac under the complete cover of darkness. That'll be interesting as well. If she continues pushing this away, our submarine may be able to surface. I'm afraid to have the sub surface so close to the Krivac. Okay, anti-ship missile is away. Dropping down to the deck, they had to have seen that launch. An aggressive, probably not worth an anti-ship missile. We'll keep 1 anti-ship missile in the tubes. Hostile C, new contact. Great. We're picking up all sorts of stuff. Okay. Why is your periscope up? Very deep. Go very deep. Come on. Looking good. No chaff. Unfortunately for them. Impact. There we go. That thing's done for. Okay, submarine's dropping down. I really thought I ordered her to do that. Just want to avoid torpedoes dropping on top of us from the Krivac. I could sail away. Maybe a good idea. Turn around, sail out of here. We'll get into position to fire. We could get close to the Americans and fire off our anti-ship missiles. Give them a little show. That way anything the Krivac fires this way could potentially hit the Americans. That created a diplomatic incident, wouldn't it? The aggressive is getting a little close. We are turning and opening fire, engaging with guns. The Barnegat burning up. She's done for. Come on. Let's get some hits on this little guy. She's stationary. I think the Barnegat was probably the formation leader. She's dead in the water, so the AI doesn't break formation when that happens. It is something that definitely needs to be changed, and I think will be eventually. Anyway, splashes all around. Some more gunnery practice. Can we identify this medium contact? ID yourself. Track is not responding. Okay. Unit reference here. Silex. I'm wondering, range 27 nautical miles. Oh. Yeah, we are in range 27 nautical miles. It is. Is the range really that good? Anti-ship missile. Oh, shoot. 8. Engage the Krivac. Fire at the Krivac. Here we go. Okay, send it. Okay, these are getting jammed. They're going for the chaff. Good. Come on. There we go. Good. Blew it up. Good. You guys are going to... That Krivac's paying for that. Look at these YJ8s. Heading out and heading straight for the target. There we go. Don't fire. Hold fire. Hold fire. Keep one. More missiles inbound from the Krivac. Good. Kind of good news. Okay, up to periscope depth. Up to periscope. Up to periscope depth. How's this aggressive looking? Freaking sink this thing immediately. Weapons free, by the way. I want surface-to-air missiles to fire and engage if they can. I can't believe you fired at me. 27. I mean, yeah, I guess maybe we are in range. What? 20. I drew this out to 23. Those Silex anti-ship missiles have a much better range than I initially anticipated. Here we go. Look at them. Missiles are passing one another. Hello, friends. All right, blow this Krivac out of the water. I have a merchant ship. Hello. That's rude. Yeah, well, your Krivac buddy over here is about to have a rude awakening. They're gonna pay for what they just did. I think at least one of those exosets has got to get through it, right? Doesn't look like any of them are being jammed just yet. Okay. They are firing like crazy. Our submarine, what's her depth? She's coming up. She's coming up. While the Krivac's distracted, I can fire more anti-ship missiles. I'm not sure how many of the missiles have been intercepted. I can't even see these YJ anti-ship missiles, but I see that one. There we go, right into the side. Absolutely brutal. Second hit. 2 hits. 3 missile hits. The last group of them are being jammed. There we go. Destroyed the Krivac. Whew. Okay, that was close, and this is close here. And get, oh, okay. Lost one of them. Oof. Unfortunate. One of our vessels has been destroyed. And these YJ8s are just flying on by. Hopefully they don't go after the American vessels. Okay. Well, with that guy destroyed, ups periscope. The commander wants to make sure that Krivac is actually sinking before he surfaces his valuable submarine. New contact. Okay. Status, sprint and drift. Interesting. Okay, surface the boat. up the PD and surface. We're going to fire a single anti-ship missile at that merchant ship. Oh my gosh. Okay, engage that aggressive. She served us well. Look at that lifeboat just hanging off the side too. Pretty cool. Pretty cool damage effects. Okay, this aggressive has got to go. Are we in 37mm range? We are not. Our Wuhan class submarine surfaced and fired her missile. You can see her down here. But you can see she has these big missile tubes that pop on out. Let's fire another one just because it's cool. Fire one more. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Go down nice and deep, please. Go down deep. 2 YJ-8 missiles heading towards that merchant ship. This guy, not looking great. I think she's done for. No other hostile assets have been detected at this point in time. And at least we still have our vessel with the surface-to-air missiles. The important ship survived. XIII was not the most important ship we had, and she only had one of those silkworm anti-ship missiles available. One anti-ship missile just hit the merchant ship. Second one's closing in. About to get them. Impact, good. The aggressive, not looking good either. About to sink. And we are going to keep heading towards this area. These two vessels should just sink with all this damage. This one with all this military equipment and 2 big old holes in the side. Songda, I think, is done for. We are diverting just a little bit to open fire on that aggressive. Destroy that thing with those guns, please. Well, it took more ammunition than you'd think, but the little adjunct is now going down to the bottom. No other hostile contacts are detected on our scope. We are going to continue heading towards the South China Sea. It is now 1800 Zulu, and our ships are passing the American vessels here. You can see Brooke and also a Spruance class right here that we are just passing right on by. We are almost to the escape area. We have some contacts. ID yourself, a little fishing boat. How about you identify yourself, another fishing boat. So we are almost at the evacuation area, which is great. Here we go. Ship reached the escape area and we have achieved victory. Sulu Sea Scouting Force has successfully transited the Balabac Strait and has escaped to our territorial waters. They reported coming under heavy attack by Filipino forces supported by Vietnamese aircraft. This is a major escalation of hostilities against us. Commander Sulu Sea Scouting Force will be greatly decorated for valor on his return to Yulin. We have won a great victory. Okay, there we have it. That was a pretty fun mission. I did enjoy trying to break through this strait. The Soviet ships were kind of unexpected, or Soviet ship, I should say. Anyway, looking here, we did lose one frigate, FF556, which is unfortunate, but we annihilated everything here. 3 helicopters, 1 MiG-27 Flogger, and then of course the Krivac 2 is the big baddie. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.